I wanted this to be a little bit more laid back, less constructed, hopefully less editing as well. So if I trip over my words, I'm so sorry. I also wanted to get in the frame these Lego insects that my boyfriend and his mother got for me. Do you see how cute they are? Butterfly, the praying mantis, and the beetle. Love the Legos. I also was trying to get this in the frame, but I just didn't. Oops, sorry for shaking you. The Jurassic Park here as well in frame. But it's better to just be like that for now. And yeah, welcome back if you've been here before. If not, hi, my name is David. I make videos talking about media that I want to talk about. This is my edition of the 8 questions for readers tag. I was tagged in by Isabel Reeds. I'll have her account and her video in description below. This tag was created by Robert G, reader of books. I'll have him tagged as well. And these are just 8 prompts to get to know me better. They're not all like about books. They're not about books at all, but it's for people who read books like us to get to know each other a little bit more. And I think it's time for me to be a little bit more, I don't know, personable. What's the term? Get you guys to know me a little bit more too. I have a playlist with a bunch of book tags videos and booktube videos as well, so go check that out if you so desire. And let's get into it. Number one, what is your favorite kind of food? So I'm a little weird in that I wish that I would not have to eat because eating takes up a lot of time and a lot of energy, and I wish I had more time and energy in my day, and a lot of that taken up by food. However, I do like eating, and so my ideal living situation would be me not needing to eat, so I could go like a few days without eating, and then being able to eat anything at any time that I want if I wanted to, but not because I needed to. But unfortunately, I'm not I'm not a plant. If I could photosynthesize, anyways. But some of the foods that I do like are kind of basic. Chicken. I love chicken. I don't eat beef at all, but I would say that I'm vegetarian, but I do eat chicken and fish, so that's not even vegetarian. I just don't eat any beef. Lentils are delicious. My mom taught me how to make lentils. I'm Colombian, and so my mom taught me how to make Colombian lentils. And so that's the only thing I know how to cook well, lentils and chicken and rice. Rice is with the rice cooker. So lentils and chicken I make every week for me and my boyfriend. My boyfriend says that he likes my lentils more than my mom's lentils. We visited my mom and dad, and she made lentils. And after the fact, he told me, you know what? I think yours are better. And I'm like, I know, because I actually add some spices to it. Light shade to my mom. Anyways, also pasta. Pasta's pretty good. I it's hard for me to make pasta because I always make it wrong, but my boyfriend makes really good pasta. Or anything that my boyfriend makes, honestly. My boyfriend likes to cook a lot. My boyfriend, Matthew, I have a picture. This is us at our anniversary, 2-year anniversary at the Sea Life Aquarium. Recently, one food that Matthew has made that I really liked was tortellinis. Pastas that are like raviolis, but not. Or I think they're just like raviolis, just shaped differently. And I think ravioli is a specific shape. I don't know. I think he would know this, but tortellinis were really delicious, and I would like eat them up so much. I love them. Prompt 2: what is your favorite kind of music? And so like genres, I like indie pop or like soundtrack music as well, movie soundtracks. In terms of artists, I have a ton. Colin Stetson is an amazing instrumental artist. He does stuff with saxophone and other instruments, and you've seen him in like Hereditary, The Menu. His personal albums are also amazing as well. I would highly recommend Colin Stetson. Chapel Roan, obviously, love Chapel Roan. Stan. Florence and Machine, I'm so excited for the new album that's coming out. Wolf Alice was a surprising addition to my list of artists that I enjoy listening to. But they're not. I haven't listened to the latest album yet, but the album before that, Blue Weekend, amazing. And then the 2 albums before that were also amazing. So love Wolf Alice. Gaga, obviously, Gaga. Love Lady Gaga. Caravan Palace is swing, French swing. I like their earlier stuff more than their recent stuff, but their recent stuff has been pretty good. It is just sort of it's not recency bias, is it? It's like the newer stuff is newer and not as tried and true as their older stuff. Robot Face is my favorite album of theirs. And Glass Animals, unfortunately, similar to Caravan Palace, their earlier stuff, Zaba, and especially How to Be a Human Being, amazing. I didn't quite enjoy their last two or three albums. It was the Pink album, that Pink album, I forget the name of, and then the one with the eyes in space. I didn't quite enjoy those. But How to Be a Human Being, amazing album. It's almost a no skip album for me. Prompt number 3. If you were prevented from reading ever again, what would you do? So, two sides to this. I am very thankful, grateful that I have a specific job where I get to read a lot in between helping customers, right? And so I'm able to read for about 6 to 8 hours. So, well, my shifts are 6 to 8 hours. So, about maybe 5 to 7 hours, and then like an actual hour full hour of work spread out throughout the shift. Does that make sense? I have a lot of time on my hands at work, is what I'm trying to say. And because I'm supposed to be upfront helping customers, I can just read. And so I'm able to read a lot there. If I was not able to do that, I would be really, really bored there because there's nothing else to do. So I'm very grateful that I have that time to be able to read, and that's how I'm able to read so many books, especially when it's slow season. But as a hobby, as a thing that I like to do every once in a while, nowadays I only really read at work. These past few weeks, I've been unable to finish some books or started a book and I wasn't able to finish it within my days at work. And so I would read them before class and also like because I want to be able to just finish books quickly within a week at least. And so I've been reading some of the recent books outside of work, but usually the vast majority of the time I like to read at work, specifically because I don't want to finish a book in the middle of my shift and not have anything else to read. So I try to limit myself to starting a book at work so that I have enough to read. But in general, if I would not be reading, first of all, ow, that hurts so much. I cannot comprehend that. But as a hobby or something like that, I would be editing. I doing these videos, doing these YouTube videos has helped me edit. And the thing is, I'm in film studies right now. I'm studying film at UCF. And for me, reading is very important for creating, right? And so if I wasn't able to read at work, I'd be super bored. If I wasn't able to read ever again, I would also not be able to consume many things, right? Because to be able to write, I need to read. To be able to create, I need to read. And if I can't do that, I don't think I would be able to create. And that would be a horrible existence. However, video editing doesn't really do much, or I'm not really inspired to video edit by reading. I'm inspired to video edit by watching movies and TV shows. And so if I was going to choose a different quote unquote creative pathway, it would be to video edit because I would watch movies, watch TV shows, and be inspired by the editing of that. And so that's roundabout answers, I guess, for this horrible prompt. Who created this again? Robert G. Reader of Books. You are a sick man for making this prompt. I hate this prompt was evil. Prompt 4, what's your favorite city? So I haven't been that many places outside of Florida. So just going down the list, I've been to DC, Washington, DC. Cute, fine, I liked it. Michigan, hated Michigan. I hated Michigan, and I would never go back there on my own free will. Chicago, Illinois, neither loved nor hated. I was very ambivalent, but we went to a lot of tourist locations there, and I didn't have very any strong feelings in any direction about Chicago. So if I had a chance to go again, I would, but I'm not jumping on it. Does that make sense? Atlanta, Georgia. My parents live in Atlanta, Georgia, and Atlanta I don't quite enjoy, but it's not bad. I just don't really like Atlanta that much. But one place that I have been to that I absolutely adored was the general Pacific Northwest area. Matthew is from Portland or near Portland, Oregon, and Portland straddles the line between Washington and Oregon, and he specifically lived in Washington. We visited last year for a wedding of one of his friends, and I'll be putting up pictures right next to me over here, collages of pictures that I took, and I absolutely adored the Pacific Northwest area. Portland, Portland, the city itself was fine. I didn't quite enjoy it. Some of the people that I talked to in Portland, the city itself, were not very nice, but the areas surrounding Portland, Washougal, Cannon Beach, Camas, the Gorge, Vancouver, Seaside. I just listed out all the places that we went to. Loved, absolutely adored being there. The weather was so nice. This was in September, so like between summer and fall. And specifically, the coast area was really nice. Driving over there was really fun. There was long, large swaths of land of just trees, and you could see like clouds hanging over, and that was really beautiful. We went to a cheese factory, and then we also driving there was fun. And then the coastline itself on Seaside. I didn't get any pictures at Seaside, I think, but at Cannon Beach, beautiful. This is the first time I've ever seen the Pacific Ocean as well, because I've lived on in Florida, so I've seen only the Gulf. I've only seen the Gulf of Mexico. I haven't even seen the Atlantic. Maybe once? I don't remember. And of course, obviously, um, Lake Michigan, I think it was. Chicago side was good, but Michigan side was not. Anyways, the Pacific Ocean, amazing, beautiful. The beach there was so beautiful. It was stormy. It was cloudy, not stormy. It was cloudy, and it was cool and windy. And I adored Cannon Beach so much. And then the Gorge. The Gorge was where the wedding was taking place in or around. Like the Gorge is this huge like gorge carved out by a river, and so that left huge swaths of mountains alongside it. And driving around that area and like the wooded area and stuff like that, the where the wedding was beautiful, and I loved the gorge. Every once in a while I would turn to my boyfriend and be like, don't you mean gorge-tastic? No, Barbie, it's gorge.
I don't know. I think my outfit is pretty gorge. Raquel, did you mean gorgelicious or gorge-tastic? No, Barbie. I meant gorge.
And I loved the Pacific Northwest. Washougal area, where my boyfriend grew up in, and Camas were really fun as well. We went hiking at different trails, and we went to different locations that he grew up in, and it was just beautiful nature, nice people too. So like I said, in Portland, the few people that I talked to in Portland were not that nice, but everyone around in Washougal, Camas, Vancouver, I only got a few pictures, but those areas were also really nice, and the people there were really nice too. I bought some books there as well. I promised myself when I went to Pacific Northwest that I would not buy more than like 2 or 3 books. I bought like 5. I bought the 2 of the Best American Science Fiction Fantasy of it's the 2022 and 2023 version. I bought Yule Box by E. Liu. I bought another anthology that I didn't like, so I gave it away. No, I just got those anthologies because I was like, I don't want to look around and get drawn in by like a random book that I have not heard of when I have a long list of other books to read. So I'm just gonna get anthologies. So I got 4 books. There's a no. I also got a horror anthology too. That was also from Vancouver, not Vancouver. That was in Portland. And yeah, no, I bought so many books and I should not have, but almost all of them were amazing except for that one anthology that I gave away. But anyways, oh, I loved the Pacific Northwest. I loved Washougal, Vancouver, Cannon Beach was amazing. And so we are definitely going to be moving there once he and I finish our schooling here in Florida. So that's something to look forward to. Moving on, prompt 5. What is your favorite beverage? Alcoholic. I am a lightweight. I get drunk very easily, and I like sweet drinks mostly. I don't like wine. I don't like beer. I don't like whiskey, but sweet drinks, margaritas, cocktails, anything that's fruity, anything that's sweet, love. Every time I go to like a restaurant and I know that I want to drink something, I ask the waiter or the bartender, "What's the sweetest thing that you have?" And they're like, "Oh, this," and I'm like, "I'll get this," and usually it's pretty good. There's only been sometimes that it's been duds, but usually sweet drinks are really nice. If I have to buy anything in store, it would be like a Mike's Hard or like Smirnoff is also really fun as well. Anything sweet, I will love to drink, and if it's alcoholic, then I'll get drunk really fast. I'm a very lightweight, which is really fun because my boyfriend is not. So he has to drink like at like 3 times more than I do to get drunk, and by that time I'm already like crazy. Prompt number 6, almost the same question. What's your favorite beverage? Non-alcoholic. So following the line of reasoning, anything just sweet in general is also really good. Mike's Hard for alcoholic. For non-alcoholic, lemonade. Really like anytime I go to a restaurant, it's a lemonade. I'm not drinking alcohol, it's lemonade. Water also, unfortunately, I also love water. I drink water every single day. When I was in high school, I learned that my body reacts very well to water, as most bodies do. That sounds so pretentious. Drinking water helped with my acne, and so I drink water every single day. You've seen this water bottle in floating around in videos before. I drink a lot of energy drinks as well. I don't like coffee. I don't like. I've been starting to drink a little bit more tea, so I can't fully say that I don't like tea, but I'm starting to try a little bit more. But I'm still trying. But energy drinks, I like Alani's, the brand Alani. That one's really good. Uh, the rechargers at Wawa is also really good. I like to call them chemicals because they look like radioactive chemicals, but they taste it's just sugar syrups mixed with like energy drinks, and I like those. And so Alani's and the rechargers at Wawa are what I call my chemicals that I need to get up in the day and move around. And so yeah, that's generally what I like to drink. Prop number 7, what's your favorite time of day? Usually I would say around 6 p.m. because that's a good marker of the day. Depending on the day, actual day it is, 6 p.m. is usually when I'm getting out of work, or the end of the class. If I'm doing like an online class, that's when I stopped working on classwork. Some other days it's the start of class. So when I just started now classes again at UCF. So I have night classes starting at 6. And yeah, just in general, 6 p.m. is a pretty good marker. It's right after the, what's it called? Rush hour. So there's not that many cars on the road. And the sun's not in your eyes on the horizon yet, because that happens and is a little annoying. But yeah, I would say 6 p.m. I don't have a favorite time of day, but if I had to choose one, the 6 p.m. is a pretty safe one for me. And finally, what's your favorite season? I would say fall because my birthday is in October. October also has Halloween, which is my favorite holiday. It's also in Florida, prime time for cool temperatures because in in summer it's incredibly hot. And then in the winter, It's also hot. But in the fall, it's sort of transitioning between the sometimes cold season of winter. Florida doesn't get cold until like February. In December, it varies, usually temperate. But in Florida, usually it's January, February that it gets cold. But in fall, September, October, November, peak time for me. That's when I'm so happy. The weather is not so sunny. I like when it's gloomy. It's cool outside. There's wind outside. It's when I grew up, it was my birthday, and that was before the ravages of time had changed the earth. And so it was a lot more consistently cool during my birthday time. So I was really happy with that. Now it's less consistent, but I had it's still sometimes those random days where it's the perfect temperature outside, and so fall would be my favorite. Also, beautiful colors, warm colors, cool colors as well, and they're not clashing. And yeah, I would say fall is my favorite season. That is it for the prompts. Thank you so much again to Isabel Reeds for tagging me in this video, in your video to make this video, sorry. And I will also tag a handful of other creators, booktubers, friends of mine, I hope. If you guys want to do this tag, please let me know once you do so I can watch your video. I had a lot of fun with this tag, getting to know me. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you have any common things that I've said about, I guess. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with your friends. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to be passionate. And I'll see you later.